And the priest thought that it was over. I mean, I've got the 8 damage warrior hero power, but the priest has got 3 minions on board. Surely my RNG isn't that good, where I can kill a cleric and then hit face with the hero power. So we increase our chances of winning here. We play the Brawl. Oh look, Alexstrasza doesn't survive. Weapon equipped, hero power to the face, and it's as easy as that. Well, actually, this game wasn't so easy. I mean, this priest was just full of value. Just let's have a look at some of the cards that this priest played against me. On the left-hand side there, everything from Alexstrasza to Lyra to 3 Draconoid Operatives. This priest went all in, but we were able to survive. Outvalue the priest, as you can see on the right. I still had a Stonehill Defender, but I didn't have much left in the tank. So, the 8 damage hero power really going to work for us there. And what about a Zoolock? Well, you can send a Zoolock to fatigue. And that is the best feeling in the world. Lots of ways of killing low health minions with this deck. Brawl to clear big boards. And yes, he's out of cards. So, this Taunt Warrior deck does very well against priests. It does very well against aggressive Zoolocks. Just look at the cards on the left that the Zoolock played. I mean, he played everything, including double Doomguard. But as you can see on the right, I still had an awful lot of fuel left in the tank. And what about a Hunter that's got double Scavenging Hyena on the board? Well, in situations like that, you look for Brawl value. You may wait for a little bit, take a bit of damage, but maximise the chances of those hyenas not surviving the Brawl. And for once, I got really, really lucky with the Brawl. And when you can stabilise at 2 health against a Hunter and you can keep armouring up, Ali Armour Smith helps massively to keep the armour count going. And once you get out of kill command range, there isn't really much the Hunter can do, especially if they're top decking every turn, and you hero power every turn for 2 armour, negating the Hunter hero power. So this was actually a really fun game against the Hunter. It was a really close game as well, and this guy that I was playing against he's very skilled. He was very good. He pushed that aggro. He knew what he had to do to beat me. But this took us to rank 4. And after the game, I made friends with the guy, and for once, after befriending someone that I beat, there were no foul comments. It was all, good game, yeah, you know, and, oh, I can learn from you, and you can learn from me, and let's spectate each other play in the future. It was so positive. So, often if you're a past viewer of my videos, you'll see me highlighting negative comments that people leave after I beat them in a game, or after they beat me in a game, and yet this was positive, so it was a breath of fresh air. Okay, this is VLPS's Taunt Warrior, played recently in a tournament, and I've been using it on the ladder recently, having a lot of fun with it. Obviously, the quest, Fireplume's Heart, is what dominates this deck, and the idea is you play the quest, and then you play your taunt minions, and then you get the 8 damage hero power. However, there are situations where you don't want to keep the quest. If you're going up against very aggressive classes, you know, you actually, like Pirate Warrior, you actually want to draw minions so that you can use early in the game. So you mulligan away the quest. Some interesting card choices or tech choices. Harrison Jones is in this deck to combat the large number of other warriors on the ladder, as well as the paladins that are out there too. You have card draw through Acolyte of Pain in this deck, which is decent. You have board clears, multiple ways to clear board with Sleep with the Fishes, Execute, Brawl. You have Primordial Drake, which is a really solid late game threat that's really hard to remove and can really do work in clearing the board. Ali Armour Smith we've already spoke about, just really good against aggressive classes at building up your armor count. And the MVP of this deck is Stonehill Defender. Usually this card will give you good quality taunt minions that you can use. And there's a second MVP in this deck, it's Armorsmith. Against aggressive classes, having some minions down on the board, putting down an Armorsmith, whirlwinding, for instance, can just gain you a ton of armor, which helps you survive into the late game. So, this is VLPS's deck. I like the card choices. There are no dirty rats though, so let's keep that in mind, and maybe we'll talk about that at the end. But let's have a look at this deck in action here on the standard mode ladder, starting off against a priest. Okay, so we're going to keep the quest. The chances are we're going to be going into the long game against this priest, and we value keeping the quest to get the Ragnaros hero power, the 8 damage hero power, as soon as we can. Now, for once, I actually end up with the Fiery War Axe, aka Fiery Wind Axe, in my hand, and I'm going to use it here. I value playing the axe over playing the quest. Need to get rid of the Northshire Cleric. The chances are he's going to try and buff it up and then heal it, and that's his card draw engine. Now, this is a classic priest play, right? Turn 1 play Cleric, turn 2 buff it up. Oh wait, there's no Cleric on the board. I can't buff it. So turn 2 pass, which is good for us. Here, I'm playing the quest. I value playing the quest over armouring up because I have a turn 3 taunt and a turn 4 taunt, so we may as well get the quest train going here. I was hoping for something better than this, but we're going to take the Tar Creeper. Not that Tar Creeper's bad, but there are higher value taunts. Okay, so he plays the Drake. Now, we need to get rid of that because it's a 4/6. We can't have that surviving. Again, it's going to get buffed and it's going to get healed. We have Execute, thankfully. And I'm actually going to use my face here. I'm preserving my minion. I mean, it may have been better to have played the Acolyte on turn 3 and then traded it in with the Execute, then that way I draw a card. And he plays another one. Of course he does. Of course he had both Twilight Drakes in his opening hand. Right, we've used the Execute, so it's a bit of a problem now. The question is, how do we want to go about this? I sense a Brawl in the future to get rid of that Drake. As I say, there's no other way of getting rid of it. So, do we just play on curve here? This is a tough turn. This is a really tough turn. I'm actually going to play the Tar Creeper. And the reason is, he can't kill it with the Drake. The Tar Creeper has 5 health. And because I'm sensing a potential Brawl on the horizon, I don't want to play the Bloodhoof Brave just yet. We'll see, we'll see. Why is he healing his face? Okay, so playing the Tar Creeper was good. I mean, it played around Shadow Word Pain there, by not playing the Bloodhoof Brave, sorry, yeah, we played around Shadow Word Pain. Now, does he have a second Shadow Word Pain?
The menagerie is for
Oh, yeah, the taunt. Okay. Presumably he won't trade here. No, he doesn't. Okay. We have a really nice play that we can make here, though. We can damage the board and buff our Bloodhoof Brave up at the same time and trade. Now, that's a pretty decent play. The question is, which AoE effect do we want to use? Do we want to use the Ravaging Ghoul or do we want to use the Whirlwind? Either way, we need to play the Acolyte too, because we want to draw a card from this. If we play the Ghoul, it puts a 3/3 body on board, which itself is reasonable. I like this. I mean, if I'd played Whirlwind, I'd have 3 mana to play with, but what am I going to play for 3 mana that's better than a 3/3 body on the board. Now this is fine. Let's see how he deals with this. Dragonfire potion, sure. Okay. So the priest here is getting serious value out of his minions. Use the minions, trade with the minions, heal the minions, keep them healed, keep them attacking into things. So we need to put a roadblock in place, and the Curator is a good roadblock. It's got 6 health. That's not what we wanted to see. So he's going to steal something, and our deck is chock full of high value cards like a War Axe. Yep. So there he goes, attacking in. Why is he healing his face and not the Drake? So we actually get Harrison value here. Isn't that funny? Priests who are not supposed to play weapons, and yet we actually get Harrison value. That's pretty awesome. Direhorn Hatchling or Bloodhoof Brave? Which one do I want? If we take the Hatchling, when it dies, we get another card shuffled into our deck. That's actually really important to last into the late game. And we only need to play 2 more minions, and the quest is done. Or 2 more taunt minions, I should say. Now he heals the Drake. Okay. Oh my goodness. Bitter Tide Hydra. And we don't have an execute in hand. This could get messy very quickly. Maybe we brawl here. We could Acolyte and brawl. Or we could just load up the board with taunts and see what happens. Playing both hatchlings here is good, because when they die, we're going to get 2 minions into our deck. We complete the quest, which is actually really important here. And we're hoping he'll kill both of these, commit more to the board, and then we can brawl it away. That's the strategy, and I think we can survive, and we can take some damage to the face if need be. Okay, second Shadow Word Pain, that's very relevant here. How does he kill this? Oh, Defender of Argus, sure. He really wants the 8 damage to face, doesn't he? And he's also trying to keep the 8/8 healthy, playing around Execute. Yeah, and we're at 14, so I said we can take some damage. We've actually taken quite a bit of damage there. So this could just be a brawl turn, potentially. Yeah, and that's my luck with brawls. The worst one survives. Of course it does. Oh, look, and it goes face. Yep, there's my luck with brawls and the Warrior Hero power. Terrible luck. Wow. And you know, this is one of the problems with the Warrior Hero power. Sometimes you need it to kill minions, and it just doesn't do it. And very smartly here, he's buffing it up. He just wants to go for the kill. He's looking at this 2-turn lethal and thinking, ah, yes. What's the warrior going to do? He's at 18. So where does the hero power go? Of course it goes face. But you know what? That's fine. Because I think we have lethal. If we hit his face with the weapon, he goes to 6. Right. And then we just need... Sorry, yeah, he goes to 6, and we just need to do 4 damage, which means we've got to hit the Hydra twice. Now looking at our hand, we have Ravaging Ghoul, we have Whirlwind. This is a really cool lethal here. Really, really cool lethal setup. Wow. Goodbye. Wow. That felt really good. Okay. So, let's have a look at another game here. It's against a Paladin, and I'm keeping the quest. Keeping the quest. I mean, if it's a really aggressive Paladin that's just going to flood with Murlocs and kill me in the first 5 turns, maybe that was a mistake. But we have a Taunt minion in hand. We have a 2-drop in hand, so we have a 2 into a 3, so that's fine. Okay, it's the really aggressive Paladin, so... yeah. We can expect a stream of Murlocs here, but thankfully we have Ravaging Ghoul, and we have a Taunt, so we can block some of the damage. Yeah, 1 into a 2, to be expected from the Paladin, but there's the Wind Axe, and against these aggressive classes, the Fiery War Axe can be so crucial, but do I just play on curve here with the Ghoul? Do I just play on curve? It puts our Armor Smith in a bit of a challenging position, but I think it's okay. Seems unconventional. When you see the War Axe, you play the War Axe. But here's what I can do next turn. Next turn, if I want to play the War Axe, I can play the War Axe and I can armor up too, so I can fit 2 things in. And who knows, that extra little bit of armor could be very, very important. Yeah, he's just going all out here. Okay, but based on that 1 health minion, maybe I should have saved the Ghoul. I don't know. It's fine. We can just block. We can just block him with the Taunt, right? And just trade like so. That's fine. He'd need Consecration here to get through this. But if he plays Consec, you're happy, because it would take a Consec plus a double trade to get through the board. And that's a lot of his resources used up, so that's fine. We're still saving the War Axe, interestingly.
Should I?
Interesting. Finger. Okay. We draw first, right? Shield block in this deck is pure card draw. It's survival and card draw. There are no shield slams. I've seen some quest warriors playing shield slam. But there are no shield slams in this deck. So shield block just being used purely for card draw. And we actually now get to use the War Axe. And we're trying to block Finger here from getting value. Okay, that's a Megasaur. This could be a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. The only thing we can be grateful for is that the Megasaur didn't get value on a bigger board of Murlocs. Okay. This could very well be a Brawl turn. See if that's Noble Sacrifice. It isn't. Okay. I have a feeling it's the Getaway Kodo card. So I have a feeling that something is going to get returned to his hand very shortly. Oh no. Okay. And, well, the Ghoul actually survived the Brawl. That's actually huge. From a tempo standpoint, that's actually massive. Because he's got an empty board now. Which is now filling up quite quickly. But yeah, the Ghoul surviving is absolutely huge for us. We can do something with it. to kill the taunt, so it did something for us.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Is it repentance? Oh damn, it is. Okay. But happier to get rid of the curator through repentance than getting rid of the alley armor smith. The alley armor smith is much more valuable for me, so we want that to come down the board with its full health total. So if we was to play the armor smith here and the war axe, is that what we want to do? Or do we just play the hatchling? I think the armor smith... I'm not in need of armor at this juncture. So one way of looking at the armor smith, it was tempting because, you know, it trades into all of those things quite nicely. I'm not in any dire need of armor. And I'd rather play the armor smith at a point when I need the armor. That's my logic here. And sure, he can kill the hatchling. And he couldn't kill the armor smith, right? But he could kill the hatchling. But look, I get a minion, a taunt minion, shuffled into my deck. And I'm now setting him up for this Drake turn. So there we go. Primordial Drake clears the board here because he had to trade everything into the hatchling. So that's worked out really well for us. And now on a future turn we can play the alley armor smith and get armor to our heart's content. I guess this deck is all about the value. And the hatchling is one of those insanely highly valuable cards in terms of what it can do for you over the long game. So 6/6 on board, bit awkward here. So we draw first. Ravaging Ghoul. Okay. We're just going to wait. We have Sleep with the Fishes. Let him trade if he wants to. 3 more minions that need to be played to complete the quest. Steward of Darkshire. Wow, okay. So he's going for this full-on Divine Shield value. You know, with all these Divine Shields, you kind of expect Blood Knight to get played. He's not trading. How interesting. Okay. We can gain armor here. We can get a lot of armor with either the Ghoul or the Primordial Drake play. If I play the Drake, my other options are somewhat limited. So maybe I just have to play the Ghoul. We get to draw a card and maybe we can play it. The Ghoul will pop the Divine Shields, which is pretty important. Okay, that's not what I really wanted to see. But we can still draw another card, we just trade it in. That's much better. Trade in again. And oh look, our Drake is still alive. That's pretty good. And look at that armor count go. 15 armor. This brings back memories of playing Control Warrior with Justicar Trueheart. When you could just armor up to infinity and they couldn't do anything about it and they just couldn't kill you because they didn't have the damage in the end. And look, the armor count, he can't kill that armor smith without giving me super crazy value here. And the armor's still going. Huh. Oh, that's good. What do we do here? This isn't about doing damage to the paladin's health total. This is purely about controlling the board. So, what's the best way of accomplishing that? Do we have to prioritise here with killing the 2/4? Is that the most dangerous minion on the board? I've just got flashbacks of paladins playing Divine Favour, refilling their hand and then just reflooding the board and buffing up a Tidecaller that's on the board. So, yeah. What we're going to do here is, I think we're going to go face, get the 1 damage in, not that it even matters, and we're going to play the Drake. Let's get that juicy armour. So, 26, 28 armour here. And there's a 4/8 body on the board. He would need a quality to get through it. True Silver Champion even wouldn't do it. Oh, that could do it. Oh no. Okay, if he got the poison effect, maybe it'd be enough. But yeah, that's a really cool win against what was quite an aggressive Murloc Paladin. Wow. Okay, next game is against a Mage. Now, we're keeping the quest. We don't really know what kind of a mage it is. There are different builds of mage going around now, both of which play secrets. Some are more aggressive and others are more controlling. So I think it's worth keeping the quest there. Please don't tell me he's got another... Okay, double Mana Wyrm start. RNG be with you, Mage. Yeah, and we've got nothing that we can do here, unfortunately. We're kind of stuck. This game could get out... Oh, bloody hell. This game could get out of control very quickly. One way that you win as a Mage is with the double Mana Wyrm start. You just throw spells to the face every single turn. I mean, often... I can't even use the War Axe here. Often they'd say, well, keep the Frostbolt in hand. Use it on a minion like a 3/3, but... When you've got 2 Mana Wyrms on the board, you just chuck everything face, like he's doing here. He's making the right play. Now, presumably... Okay, that didn't make any sense. If he was going to make that play, if he was looking to trade, he should have Frostbolted the Ravaging Ghoul and kept his Mana Wyrms on board, surely, or kept... Yeah, I was confused by that play, but I don't know. Maybe it was correct because look at my health total. I'm nearly dead. I'm nearly dead. Double fireball to the face. At some point, will probably kill me. Pyroblast as we get to turn 10. Anyway, so yeah, this appears to be a more aggressive version of Mage here. Thankfully for me, though, I can gain armor, and this is where Armorsmith is pretty insane. But I'm asking myself, do I need to? I was tempted by the Acolyte, and we're going to draw a card here. I could have gone for more armor with the second Armorsmith, but we don't need to. Having 1 Armorsmith on board is more than enough, and of course, if there's a board clear here, if he manages to take out that Armorsmith, I want to be able to play the second one.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Yeah, he understands that the Armorsmith being on the board will lose him the game. So yeah, there's a second one. Now, it was Mirror Entity, which is good for us. We don't care too much about him getting armor. What we need to do is stabilize with our own health total. So, we can draw a card. We'll give him some armor. That's fine. So, I guess we use our face. And then... Do we kill that? I think we do, right? We need to control the board. We're heading into turn 7, which is Flame Strike turn, so yeah. Draw last! Yes, draw last. Draw after training. Incorrect play there from me, but... It's fine. Drawing the Primordial Drake wouldn't have changed anything there. Wouldn't have changed any of our trades on that board. That's actually annoying. It's gonna eat up my entire board.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Fine, sure, okay, whatever. If he's gonna spend 2 mana pinging the 3/1, we're happy if he does that. Because that's 2 mana that he can't spend playing secrets or playing spells. Of course, he has a Kirin to a Mage. Yeah. Okay. I still think I'm favoured here. Look at my armour. I'm at 13 armour. And there's a 4/6 body on the board there, guarding my face. He played a secret. So what's the least offensive minion that we can give him? If it's Mirror Entity. Bloodhoof Brave? Which we can execute later? Okay. Yeah. I didn't want... If it was Mirror, I didn't want to give him a Darhorn Hatchling. I would not want to give him more value in his deck. My board placement there was a bit off. It's okay.
Start running.
Right, just hit the hero power button every single turn now. And eventually, I mean, there's just not going to be enough damage to burn us out. I could have played Harrison there, but I don't know. Am I expecting Medivh the Guardian to come down at some point in this game? May as well keep the Harrison just in case. Right, that's really good. And that's not so good. Seeing the fireball used on a minion means it's not going face. A 5/5 on board though? That's not ideal. Okay, let's see. Is it Mirror? No! Potion of Polymorph? Huh. Counterspell? Damn it. Okay, I got wrecked there, unfortunately. He actually plays Potion of Bloody Polymorph. Wow. Good on him. And that's the thing about secrets. It's so hard sometimes just to tell what's in play. They're very annoying to deal with. Okay. We'll play Sleep with the Fishes and Shield Block here. So we Shield Block first. It's a counterspell. Okay, sure. I actually value having the second Sleep with the Fishes in my hand and ready to use. I was happy to sacrifice the shield block. Because we're not wanting for armor here, are we?
That belongs in a museum.
Even Alex Straza... Oh, it is Mirror Entity, blimey. Even Alex Straza... I mean, it does nothing, right? Because I'm actually... I'm at 13. Alex Straza would actually give me 2 more life. On top of my armor, anyway. So, yeah. The armor is so important here. He keeps playing these secrets. It's really annoying. Oh, come on! How many mirror entities has he played this game? It's been more than 2, right?
I'm late. I'm late.
Okay, maybe this is getting a bit closer than I'd like. Right, we get the quest. This is really important now. Really? Is that 4 mirror entities that got played this game? Did he get Did he get mirror entities from primordial glyphs? I'm a bit confused. That's more than 2, right? I'm not imagining this, am I? Maybe I'm just confused. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. Okay. Let's gain some armor and take some damage. It's fine. Oh, to the face. Really? When you need the hero power to hit the minion, it hits face. Warrior Logic 2017. We're still going to gain armor though, because the Alley Armor Smith, unless he sees that as being the more important minion to kill. Fireball to the face. Yep. Well, we've already seen a fireball used earlier on the Drake, so surely he doesn't have that much burn left in the deck. I think what we're really scared of at this juncture is Pyroblast. That's what we're scared of. I'm looking at Sleep with the Fishes here. But do I still want to hang on to it? Are there more minions that are going to get played at some point? No, it's fine. Our minion survives, which is the key thing. And he's going to be dead in a couple of turns if that hero power continues to hit face. So he needs an answer here. He needs Iceblock. Wait, that minion didn't draw a secret, did it? Huh. Okay, let's protect our face. Let's protect our face. Let's see, what have you got? Wait. Does he have Iceblock in his deck? I'm not dreaming, right? That Arcanologist did not draw a secret. Huh. Oh well. Whatever. We win. That 6/9 will hopefully deal with whatever minion comes out, and then we just hero power the face, and that's it. Yep. So, outlasting this mage here with secrets and burn. Yeah. Feels good. Okay, so VLPS's Quest Taunt Warrior. Now, I mentioned something earlier about dirty rats. This deck does not play rats, and I agree with that decision. Dirty rats cause problems. My experience of playing them is that they bring out the minions you don't often want to see. Minions like Ragnaros Lightlord, for example. You think you're facing an aggro Murloc Paladin? No, they've got a Rag Lightlord in hand. Sometimes Dirty Rat can be a problem. So I much prefer this version of the deck that doesn't play the rats. MVP card for me would have to be the Armor Smith in this last series of games, and Stonehill Defender is pretty good too. Interesting how 2 of the lower cost cards in the deck are probably your best cards when it comes to either surviving against aggro with the Armor Smith or going into the late game by getting good taunt minions from the Stonehill Defender. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I'd be very grateful. And I'll see you all again very soon for more Hearthstone action, either on Standard Mode, Wild Mode, or Arena.